can see here there is a users option. So if you drop down the user option, here you can find an option called active users, contacts, guest user, and deleted users. So here is the place you can able to create account and delete user account. Basically you can manage the user accounts here. Okay, so we'll be having a separate session for this user account management, just to give you an idea about. So this is the thing. Okay, and contacts, like we can create a contact here, and guest users also we can invite it from here. So this is Office 365 admin center. So the same option can be carried out from the Azure AD admin center also, that we will be seeing in upcoming videos. But to give you the idea about Microsoft 365 admin center, I'm just going through these topics and options available here. So the deleted users, as you know, once we deleted the active users from the Microsoft 365 portal, it will be there in deleted users. We can able to retrieve within 30 days of period. Once 30 days is complete, then we cannot able to retrieve that account. Okay, and here you can find an option teams and groups. So same way users, here you can manage your teams and groups. Let's say for active teams and groups, you can have multiple options: Microsoft 365 group, distribution list, mail enabled security, and security groups. So these are all the different types of groups available in Microsoft 365. So that is also, I think we will have a separate video for this. So if I explain these things in the same video, it will be a overloaded content in this video. So I just wanted to keep that video simple, and I don't want to cover everything in this video itself. So just to give you an idea, this teams and groups is easy to manage the teams and groups. So the same, there are some options we can able to do from our Azure portal also, but this distribution list and mail enabled list and all cannot be created under Azure AD admin center. And deleted groups, same way, like if you deleted any Office 365 group, it can be retrieved within 30 days. Okay, shared mailbox. So you can create here the shared mailbox. Since I have the proper licensing, I can able to create a shared mailbox, and you can assign to the multiple users account. So we will see the tutorial for this also, shared mailbox creation and all, access provisioning, all these things. And billing. So when it comes to the billing, here you can find the whole billing options and related services here. So in this billing, you can find an option called purchase service. So the purchase service is, instead of going to the Microsoft website, you can directly go here and you can purchase whatever the services you want. Let's say you're just using the basic plan and you wanted to include Intune license for your mobile device production. So you can just go ahead and search here Intune, then it will give the available option. See, the EMS E5 is there, EMS E3 is there. Okay, here you can go ahead and check the detail about it, and whichever is suitable for you, you can directly add it from here itself. And you will be having an option called compare also. You can able to easily compare it. Let's say I have added this, so I'm just comparing here. So once I click the comparison, then it will give the what is the basic difference between the two licensing plan. Based on these things, you can go ahead and use it. Okay, and your product will be showing what are all the products currently you have with this tenant. Okay, so you can see here I'm using Microsoft 365 developer license. I have 25 numbers of license. Sorry, I have 25 numbers of license, and 2 is assigned, and it's going to be expire on 9th month 4th. Okay, and you can see here they have provided a huge amount of power automate with this. There are 10,000 licenses they have given. I have assigned only 2 numbers. So this is a what are the products we currently own in this tenant, and the licenses. So the licenses, it will be showing the same thing, and it will be giving you the visible representation how many available license, and what is the count they have given. And if you wanted to go through these things, then it will be giving you the person who assigned these licenses. Okay, so yeah, these are all the accounts I have assigned this license. You can able to export it from here also, or if you wanted to assign the licenses, you can able to do it from here, right? So that I will be doing the separate video for these things. And yeah, so request and all, you can request your partner to assign a license. That is also will reflect here. Once you raise the request through the customer care, that it will be reflect here. Okay, so bill and payments. So the bill and payments, since I'm using the free version, so it is not showing the invoices. If you are using for your organization, you can able to see the invoices, what is the bill amount for your licenses. So the bill amount will comes, if you remember, I have clearly told that Microsoft 365, it is booked based on the licenses. So the bill amount will be based on the licenses numbers what you have hold in your tenant. Okay, tenant is something, the Microsoft this Microsoft account. Okay, payment methods. So here you can able to add the payment methods as per your wish. If you wanted to add your credit card or debit card or whatever you wanted to add, you can able to add it from here. Okay, billing information, it will be showing here. Once you added the payment methods and billing accounts and all configured, then it will be reflect here. So the billing accounts, so this topic is covers about all about the billings related stuffs. Okay, so the payment methods here also you can able to create, and billing notification. See, it is in off. See here you can configure the billing notification, whom the billing has to be sent and whom the invoice has to be sent. Everything you can be configured here. And here also you can assign a admins for this section. If you wanted to someone from your organization to manage the billing, so you have an option called a billing admin in Office 365. You can assign it. By default, global admin can able to see these options, and here you can see which account is being sent the email address. So that is also it showing here. See, I am a global administrator. The roles also it is showing here, right? So, and support. So I told you in the last session itself that Microsoft is having very easy and convenient support. So this is what I told you, will be having an option support. So here you can able to go ahead and create a new service request. So once you click the new service request, you have to provide your information, and based on your information you can create a ticket here itself, right? And once you created the ticket, that will be showing under view service request. Okay, and here we have an option called settings. So in this settings option, we will be doing the organizational level settings. Let's say if you wanted to add any domains, let's say for microsoft.com or any domain you own, let's say for a newshop.com, if you are owning that domain, you can able to add it here, but you have to prove you are owning that domain. You cannot just like that go ahead and enter your domain name, it will be adding like that. No, and after you added your domain here, you have to add some records in your DNS service provider, then it will be reflect here, domain service provider. So the domain service provider could be anything Google, GoDaddy, or some other domain service provider is available. So they will be they will be providing you the domains, and you have to pay for them. So to add those kind of domain, if you see my account is ending with on microsoft.com, meaning that I am using Microsoft provided primary domain. So this is a Microsoft provided primary domain. If you wanted to add any custom domain, you can able to add it. And if you don't have one, if you wanted to purchase, you can buy it from here as well, right? And search and intelligent, these are not, it's not much needed for us. And organizational settings. So this organizational settings is something we have here. It is for the organizational level change. So if you are making any changes here, it will impact overall organization. So there are some services we may have to activate from here. Let's say for this Microsoft information protection, if you are purchasing the new tenant, or if you are activating this tenant the very first time, and you wanted to use Microsoft Azure information production for your data production perspective, then you may have to activate first here. So the same way, there are some option, if you wanted to utilize, you have to first of all have to activate here. Then only this will be enabled across the tenant, and it will impact across all the users. Then you can go ahead and make the changes on the particular services. Let's say for modern authentication, if you click on the modern authentication, it will be showing, like, you have to turn it on for the modern authentication. If you turn it on, then it will ask you to disable who are all the application which is your permitted basic authentication. So the basic authentication is something, it does not support MFA. So modern authentication needs MFA, right? So if you wanted to block your organization, all the users to use this basic authentication, I mean, do not use basic authentication, only to use modern authentication. Modern authentication which provides MFA, right? So modern authentication will provide the MFA capability, but basic authentication will not provide that capability. So that's the reason most of the organization wanted to block their basic authentication, because it has the higher probability to expose to the hackers. Basic authentication just need username and password, that's it, no other additional authentication required. So if you wanted to enable modern authentication, first you have to enable it here, and you have to make sure you are not allowing this clients to use basic authentication. So when you are doing this on this organizational settings, then it will be applied across your organizations, all the users, all the services. So hereafter, those services whatever I unchecked, they won't support basic authentication, right? So the same way, you have to there are some option you have to first turn on here. By default, not all the services is turned on in Microsoft 365. There are some services you may have to turn on manually, like this, like what I did, right? And this is security. So the security are also, there are some options available. Self-service password, this is also you can able to enable it, and but these options are all falling under one of the any one of the admin center. Let's say for this self-service password reset, this option actually located in Azure Active Directory. So if I click here, and it will ask you to go to the Azure portal to turn on self-service password reset. So but you can able to see the services which is available on Office 365, and there are some services you may want to enable it from here itself. Let's say for example, that Microsoft information production and modern authentication and all, right? And here you can mention the organization. Under the organizational profile, you can able to customize your themes, and basically the organization, so all the organization does not want to use the same beef, right? Same whatever the Microsoft given, they are not going to use the same thing. If you use any one of the corporate Office 365 portal, that may look different. Maybe you can see here their logo, and it will be showing their office link, office URL link, something like that. If you click on the images or logo, it will direct you to their official website, something like that. So those kind of customization they can able to do it here, but those and all we will discuss later on. And integrated apps, so here you can find the apps which is integrated with this domain, and the add-ons and all also you can able to add it from here itself as integrated application. And yes, partner relationship, if you have any premium partner, that will be reflecting here. Reports, so the productivity score, under the reports you have the productivity score. This productivity score is something, it analyze your whole Office 365 tenant, and based on the security of the Office 365 tenant, it will give you the score, and it will provide the recommendation also to achieve the maximum level of score. Okay, and the usage is basically it's giving you all the services. Let's say for the teams, how much you utilize, how many users are using the SharePoint, and how many they like mm, file size they are using. Everything it can be seen here. You can see here OneDrive files. There are 9 files stored because I'm only having two accounts, so that's the reason it's giving very less numbers, and it's showing the usage detail also. So if you are using this Microsoft 365 across the organization, you will be seeing so many. This information will be very helpful to present the or to present the data to your client or your manager. It will be useful for presentation perspective. You can see your email active, how many active users, all these things it will be showing here. Right, I'm not using much services, so that's the reason everything is blank. So if you have started using these things, then it will be showing here. But as of now, I'm not using much, so that's the reason it is showing here. Only limited information. And health. So in the beginning of the video, I showed the service health. So in the service health, it will be showing is any advisory, or if any impact happen on the Office 365, they will be notifying us. So this is a place you have to see all the service impact happen on Office 365 portal. Okay, and if you wanted to if you wanted to send an email from here, that is also you can be able to do it from here itself. And issue history also you can able to see here. They'll keep posted about the status of the advisory. If anything, see, this is one of the issue had happened, and they have mentioned post incident report published, what time it started, what time it's ended. So everything it can be seen here, and periodically they are updating the issue. And as a user, if you find any issue on the Microsoft 365, that is also you can report here. So it will be validated by Microsoft from their end, and they will add that is also in the service health as an advisory, or as a outage, or as an incident, something they will be mentioning here. And if you reported any issue, that will be showing here, and the last 30 days reported issues, it will be showing here. You're just informing from here, there are some services is not working as expected. So when you are giving reporting that issue, Microsoft do their check from the backend. If it is valid, they will acknowledge your request, and they will show other people's whosoever is using M365. They are also will be seeing that outage option here. Okay, so see, on a service level also you can able to see. Right now the SharePoint Online is having one advisory, and Defender for Cloud Apps is having one advisory. So the rest of the services are fine. Nothing, there is no outage on none of the services. Thanks for watching our videos. If you are not subscribed our channel, please do subscribe and share this channel to your techie friends whosoever wanted to learn Microsoft 365. And thank you. Bye all. Have a great day ahead.